So I said it. I said 2026 is going to be the year that I buy a Grand Seiko. I just didn't expect it to be this early. This is the Grand Seiko Heritage Collection, reference SBGW 321G. My husband and I bought this as a sharing watch, kinda like a his and hers for people on a budget. And this is the first Grand Seiko I've ever purchased. I have a Seiko, the Seiko 5 GMT. Love it. I've reviewed a lot of Grand Seikos. I just needed to find the right one for me. This one is really good, nearly perfect, a couple of nitpicks. Let's talk about this watch and my general thoughts around Grand Seiko. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and on this channel, we just talk all things watches. This has really become the place where I've been documenting my watch collecting journey over the past 5 years. Also, I'm trying something different with my set. It's a new year, let's change things up. This corner, it needs work. This watch, the SBGW 321, is a pretty different style for me. I would describe it as a truly sporty dress watch, executed in a very Japanese way. I'm pretty comfortable with dress watches. The more formal, the better. I like two-hand classical dress watches, and that's not what this is. Looking at the specifications, this has a case diameter of 36.3 millimeters, a thickness of 11.5 millimeters, and a lug-to-lug of 42.7 millimeters. That's a really nice compact size. I was a bit concerned about the thickness. 11.5 millimeters is a bit chunkier than I usually like, especially with a manual winding movement. But a lot of that thickness is absorbed by the case back, and it isn't felt on wrist. I wouldn't say this feels thick or slab-sided. It carries the thickness very well. For reference, here it is on my 5.5-inch wrist versus my husband's 7-inch wrist. I really like it on both of us. A bit of a sportier size on me, a little bit larger, but it wears exactly how a dress watch should wear on him. The straight lugs cause it to feel a bit larger than you'd expect, and it feels like a vintage Japanese watch. I think that's what sold me on it. Really unique wearing experience, fun but still refined. I'd recommend this for a 7.25-inch wrist size and smaller, but I always say size preferences are very subjective. It all depends on how you like your watches to wear. I'm fairly comfortable with smaller watches, and I think smaller watches look refined on men, but tastes are unique and personal to you. Back on specifications, this has a case material of stainless steel, 100 meters of water resistance, which is surprising for this style, and it is a European limited edition. Only 300 pieces have been made. We've got number 53, which is the number for sexy people, so I've been told. Powering this watch is the caliber 9S64, which is their modern 3-hand manual winding workhorse movement. On paper, it's pretty straightforward: hours, minutes, central seconds, hacking, 4 Hz frequency, and a 72-hour power reserve. Getting into the deep weeds for a minute, something I really admire about GS is how they publish their accuracy. They test their movements to COSC standards, +5, -3 seconds per day, but that is for the uncased movement not being used in real-world conditions. Factors like temperature, wrist motion, shock, all affect the accuracy of your watch. So Grand Seiko give a far larger window than they should. So their published tolerance is +10, -1 seconds per day. And so far for us, it's been running at +3 seconds per day, which is exceptional. I really admire how they underpromise and overdeliver. It's refreshing. So now, why did we buy this? I've been watching this watch for a while. I've really liked this watch for a while, but the point where I knew I had to buy this right now was when I saw the price. We got this at 40% off from Beaverbrooks. It then went down to 50%, which was slightly annoying, but then it sold out really quickly. Chisholm Hunter has these on for 40% off right now at the time of filming, so if you do like these, I highly recommend going there and checking it out. This video isn't sponsored by them, but get the best deal possible. If you can get the same product at the lowest possible price, why wouldn't you? But speaking of price discrimination and saving money, we should talk about today's fabulous video sponsor, Surfshark. So Surfshark is a VPN, or virtual private network, that allows you to virtually place your device anywhere in the world, encrypts your internet activity, hiding your sensitive information from snoopers and trackers, and they block ads and malware. You already know, your girl likes to save a little bit of money, so I use their price discrimination features to find the best deals on hotels, planes, rental cars, whenever I'm traveling for work or for leisure. So if you're in Portugal, you may find cheaper flights to Dubai by changing your location to Australia. On top of that, Surfshark is essential for me and my privacy and online security. For someone who makes their living on the internet, I'm not very tech savvy. I rely on their top-notch encryption and leak protection on public Wi-Fi. Features like Surfshark Alert notifies you the moment your email, ID, credit card gets leaked online. I need this stuff in my life. The internet is like the Wild West, and I can't recommend them enough. You should go check them out. Head to surfshark.com/gringa. The link is in my description, and use my code, the Gringa code, for an extra 4 months of Surfshark and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use my link, and thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Okay, we need to talk about the dial. I'm actually surprised we've made it this far without talking about it. One of the biggest distinctives with GS is their craft dials. This one is inspired by the Nishiki Goi, or an ornamental koi carp, which inspired the dial texture and core artistic vision. In the metal, the dial texture is a lot softer than it looks in pictures. It doesn't shout, it's a quiet texture, mostly for the wearer or anyone who is looking at it quite close up. The color, on the other hand, isn't as quiet. A dark red, almost more crimson maroon than a true red. The case and finishing is everything we expect from them. 44 GS case, beautiful polishing, straight lines, applied steel indices, polished silver Dauphine hands, and a gold seconds hand to match the gold applied logo at 12 o'clock. Turning this watch around, we have a closed case back, decorated with the Grand Seiko logo in the center and limited edition numbers. I always say it, I know most people don't agree. I almost always prefer a decorated closed case back over a display. I've seen some pretty great Grand Seiko open case backs, but if you're gonna put a big stamp on it, meh, just give me a decorated closed case back. With this style of watch feeling kind of vintage Japanese, I think it lends itself more to being closed. Moving on, the strap. It is genuinely lovely. It's one of the biggest things that sold me on this. Crocodile leather, really soft, and like, it wants to mold to the wrist. It's been very easy to break in. Okay, so dislikes. There is nothing objectively bad about this watch. It is very good, hence why I bought it, but there are some things I wish, well, I don't wish they were different. Well, I guess I do wish they were different. I wish they were different, but it's not the watch's fault. I really wanted my first Grand Seiko to be a spring drive. I find it to be one of the most exciting innovations. I love the theory of it, and in practice, it is very cool and a Grand Seiko distinctive. I love the way the second hand sweeps. I'm a fierce defender of quartz, and I love seeing quartz being utilized in the most mechanical way possible, in a way that enhances a mechanical movement. Even what they're doing with UFA. The SLGB 003 was one of my favorite releases of 2025. Plus/minus 20 seconds per year accuracy is insane. Milestone release for the brand. The 9S64 is an incredible movement. I have no complaints about it. I just wanted my first Grand Seiko to be the most Grand Seiko. You know, I think the big reason why we pulled the trigger on this so quickly is because it's a model we've both liked for a long time. We've been following for a long time, and the price was right. I didn't expect this to be my first Grand Seiko, but sometimes the heavens open. Sometimes miracles happen, and you got to be ready. You got to be ready to go. I am super happy with this. I have very few complaints. I can see some other reservations other people might have. It is smaller. A manual winding movement isn't for everyone, and the red dial is a specific thing. On top of that, being Europe-only distribution limits how many people can purchase one. So it's already specific and niche, then being limited to Europe only. Let's finish on things I like and why I've been stalking this one for so long. I always end videos on things I dislike, which I think makes people think I feel more negatively about things than I do. But if I could be negative for 1 minute, I am a very annoying customer. I am sick of vintage reissues. I don't want another 1950s inspired diver. But I also love vintage feeling and wearing watches. I like watches that feel like a jazz drummer would wear them, if that makes sense. And that's exactly what this is. This appeals to a lot of my sensibilities. I love craft statement dials, classic dress watch proportions. The 100 meters of water resistance was unnecessary and a nice touch, and I love manual winding movements. I think there's a magic in connecting with your watch, and it's an old world charm. It feels like the choice of a cool Japanese guy. It's a cool guy watch, and I want to be a cool guy. So there it is. There you have it. I've bought my first Grand Seiko. I think I might be buying another Grand Seiko this year. I'm so happy with this. I love this so much. Let's get the spring drive now. I need to acquire more money though. So if you want to like, comment, subscribe, that would be appreciated. But for real, guys, I'm very excited for Grand Seiko this year. I can't wait to see what they do for novelty season. They are going to be one of the first brands I book appointments with for Watches and Wonders this year. But yeah, guys, those are some of my thoughts. I'd love to know some of your thoughts on Grand Seiko. Do you have one? Are you in the market to buy one? If you do buy one, which one would you get? Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you for your viewership. And now, Pope tier patrons. Get their names on the screen. Yeah, Pope tier patrons. Oh my goodness, I've thanked everyone else, but the biggest thank you goes to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my weird little channel. I can't believe anyone likes this work, and I'm so grateful. I have the best job in the world, and it's possible because of you guys. Thank you to all tiers of patrons. I hope you keep enjoying the work we do here. I love making it. And even if you don't keep loving it, I hope you keep loving and enjoying watches forever. They're awesome. You're awesome. Okay. Thanks, guys.